Howdy folks, welcome back to Vintage Story. It is the middle of the night, but it doesn't matter because we're deep underground. I've been wanting to make my cellar a little bigger, and I thought I'd make it taller as well. I want to get some support beams in, and it's just a little crowded when the support beams. So I've started lowering the floor, and we're going to make it, I can't decide if I want to make it longer. I might actually make it wider as well. So anywho, we're going to start with that. I think the first thing to do is get some of these wine barrels moved. So grab an empty spot here. We're going to use the carry-on pod functionality. Move some of these wine barrels. Get that floor lowered. So we're just going to be toiling away here in the cellar. That's the plan for this video. And get it a little bigger. It's just a little crowded with all the winemaking. I want to get some more barrels down here as well. And I think, I've got all these different juices. I think I'm going to concentrate on maybe just 2 to 3 types of berries and not worry about the rest. It just gets a little much. So I think I've got quite a few cranberries and blueberries. And I might just do the red currant. I don't know, we'll see. As far as wine, I think I'll just do 1 or 2 varieties. Because the storage is going to get a little out of control. So yeah, just going to lower the floor here. Probably not a terribly exciting video, but take you along for the ride. All right, let's get the barrels moved. I think no matter what angle you're at, these always go in the same angle. They can only set one specific angle. And I've also got some more storage vessels made. Because we're pretty full, especially if I get some more crops in. And then I've got these jugs. What do y'all use jugs for? I haven't found them to be terribly useful, other than you can drink a lot from them. So let me know in the comments, what do you use the jugs for? Maybe there's something I'm missing there. So I'm going to get this floor lowered all the way, and I'm going to look into possibly widening it out. Yeah, that's my white currant juice, which is 43% spoiled. I don't know what happens to it when it spoils. Does it turn into rot? Like solid food does? We're about to find out. And I think I'll leave this bucket in my inventory for now, so we have the free walk space there. All right, that is that side. All I have over here is a bowl. Grab that. Shelf on there. Now we can see the shelf a little better as well. Stick that bowl right there. That's my drinking bowl. In case I have something in my current bowl. This is going to get a little trickier because I've got all this food up there. Knock down a couple shelves. See how much room we have in the inventory. Getting pretty close, but how many? Oh, yeah, we've only got 1 crock left, so we're good. Throw you back up in there. Then I have a free space. You have to have a free space to pick up things. There we go. That carry-on mod is super duper handy. I don't use it very much for like the backpack capability. Carrying something on your back. It's very handy just for moving things around. And then I need some kind of a step down, or maybe I should just lower it. My ladder. Is that the right? It was kind of the right number of blocks, wasn't it? Maybe I'll make a solid ladder just to make it look better. Yeah, let's go ahead. I don't have any cobblestone on me, so I'll lower that door eventually. That's the plan. All right, put the shelf back, and then we've got all this food. Oh boy, 25 days. So that one is not sealed. So let's put that down here. Then we have all these sealed. 27 days, 26 days. There we go. Once they're back on the shelf, they have a lot better shelf life. 30, 26. We'll just get these kind of grouped by age. 8 and 35. There we go. Move down to this shelf here. There we go. Still got plenty of space. We are good to go on food. We're good for a while. So then, as far as support beams, I think that doesn't collapse anything. I'm going to move that torch over. And probably move the basket over as well. Let's put the torch up there. We've got these support beams, so I want to go up. Go up. And then expand out or down. Sure. Let's see how the support beam does. Here. Didn't help that instability at all for some reason. Make sure I got that on the end. Yeah, why isn't that helping that instability? It helped that one. Try one more thing. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, well, I'll place it on that block. And on that block. And then come down here. There we go. Weird. I still don't fully understand the support beams. Like, that made this more stable, but then it didn't make that one more stable. So there's some kind of difference there that I'm clearly not aware of. So then maybe we'll make a winemaking area over here. So maybe I should do that. But this should be fairly stable. I had the trouble, if you remember, when I first built the cellar with some rock caving in, so that's why this cobblestone is here. Don't drop rocks in the wine. Well, the problem with having the support beam here is then you can't set stuff there. I wonder. Chop this out. I've seen comments in Reddit and stuff about people having so much trouble removing beams, but when you place it, the end where you started placing it, you just chop it with an axe, or you can even punch it. Super easy. Don't understand why people struggle with beams so much. Yes, we don't actually need the vertical beam, it looks like. Yeah, okay. We'll just put them across the ceiling then, I guess. Yeah, I forgot to put this guy down. There you go. Okay, let's move this temporarily back there so we can do a little work here. How are we looking on the instability over here? Hopefully I don't regret this. Yeah, let's make this four wide. And we'll go back in here a bit. So if I take this out, that stays 16. I do have no, yeah, I've got another pickaxe, so no worries that we're getting low on durability here. So we'll expand this out a little bit and give ourselves a winemaking area. And it's peak allergy season. If my voice sounds a little off, it's just allergies. All right, so that's starting to get fairly unstable there. So let's get a beam going across here. That will strengthen that up. And we're pretty good there. That's a little unstable down there for some reason. But having this extra block above our head really helps. It just was so claustrophobic in here with the support beam. Put a little cut in there talking to Mrs. Kerbo. I think this will probably be a Wednesday video, but I'm actually recording it on Sunday, Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to any mothers that might be watching. I kind of doubt that. Most of my demographic is male, but you never know. And yeah, go tell your mom happy Mother's Day if you haven't already. If you haven't already, then you're a few days late. I'm blessed with an awesome mom. I know not everybody gets an awesome mom. And I'm also blessed to be married to one that's pretty darn good. We have our differences even after 21 years of marriage, but pretty good mom. And she took a decade off of work to be a mom when the kids were little, so very thankful for that. All right, I think we'll get another beam up over here, and this will be our new winemaking area. And we'll take a look at how the rest of the cellar is looking. There we go. Nice and stable up there. I'm wondering if we do barrels down this side. If we do barrels, we'll do like 3. Can't pick that up when you got beams in your hand. Okay, red currant wine. Black currant wine. Cranberry wine. We have some blueberry wine. So I think what I'm going to do is stick with red currant wine in the future. And then I'll use blueberries and cranberries for pies. There we go. Now they're separated out. I've got some room to work. And I'm going to move the juicer down here, free up a little bit of room in the kitchen. Now the question is, do I put shelves in here as well? No. But I thought about interspersing storage containers. I forgot. Those immediately placed down. I got used to having to shift click. And then I can put the juicer in a bucket right there. Okay, that gives us some more room. And I can stick stuff in those extra storage vessels. I don't have any more shelves made. It's okay. I don't think we're going to need more than 1 barrel for honey. I'm going to let that spoil, turn to rot, and we'll assume it'll turn to rot. We'll see what that does. Let's go. We're going to get this lowered, and I need to go get the juicer moved down here. So I need 1, 2, I need 3 more ladders. I'm just going to make this a solid ladder. Purely for aesthetics. So I need to go grab those. Only threw my axe. That's no good. I've been taking some of these interior doors off that I don't really use. If you notice doors missing, that's why. See, ladder is going to be here. Hey, look. Needed 3 though, didn't I? I'll keep the beams on me just in case. So we can use sticks or sticks and planks. So let's grab some planks and some sticks. That makes 3 ladders. Cool. Put the sticks back. Put the planks back. And I've also been chopping firewood, so those rows are off. That bothers me. I'll try to ignore that. Also, I ended up filling that in. I went up to the surface here with a side door, and I just wasn't happy with how it looked, so I filled that back in. In case you noticed, that was different. And yeah, this is just a little crowded. I kind of wish I'd made the kitchen bigger, so I'm kind of thinking about ideas to go ahead and make that kitchen bigger. All right, let's chop. Well, let's get this cleared out, and then we're gonna chop that door down. Then we had this extra cobblestone, which is perfect because I want a cobblestone right there. And then I can never remember which way the doors go. So they set nearest to you. Okay. So I want to do that from this side. There we go. We can come out here, go up the ladder. Life is good. If I can get off the ladder. All right, juicer. I'm kind of thinking, let's make an inset for the juicer. Oh, it's called a juice press or something, but me, it's a juicer. And then I've got a bunch of brass ingots made. I need to make more torch holders. Probably end up putting another torch down here just to make it a little lighter. Okay, and then this bucket we had for the juicer itself. And I might go ahead and just stick a storage container here. Because I had some berries. Where did my berries go? Yeah, I had this one full of berries. But I guess I'm going to just be juicing the red currant. I'll put the red currant in there. We'll have the rest of the berries over in this one. These will be used for pies and such. Yeah, I think that'll work. I'm pretty happy with that. I do need, oops, I got some other berries in here. I do need some more torches, for sure. So I'm not sure how long this video is. Go ahead and make some torches, but I've done quite a bit of smithing on camera. I don't know how much more smithing you want to see. But let's go get this stuff put up. And I think last episode was the chicken sorter. And that is indeed working out great. So we might go check on the chickens. So we put that back and those back. Got a bunch of rocks. Got plenty of sticks in there. Let's see, while I'm back here, I haven't really made any changes in here. Oh, no, I did. I did make a few changes. I carved this out. I've got all my ingots stacked up. So we've got 14 brass ingots. I'm going to turn those into plates for torch holders. I did discover I can't work the meteoric iron without an iron anvil. And to make an iron anvil, we need borax to weld the two pieces together. So the search is on. I was experimenting with a little bit of drawing there. The search is on for borax when we're out exploring. Need to look for that. I don't remember if I showed it or not. I did add another transmission so I can turn the current on and off. That's handy. It's empty. Need to get some food. Should have grabbed some food while I was down there in the cellar. I think I need to eat up these pies because they're only good for like 8 more days. So I'm eating a lot of pie, and you're gonna go bad. Let's just go ahead and put you out in the slop bucket, turn you into rot. All right, food in hand. We'll get rid of these stones. Got a bunch of stone, but if I'm going to build more, I'm going to want a lot of cobblestone. So we'll end up using that stone. There's granite cobblestone. Rock. Granite sand. All right, you're empty, so you're going to become stone. There we go. There's another 200 stone. And you're going to go in the slop bucket. It's this basket here that lets stuff rot fast. And then, 58. We're almost ready for another thing. We got some compost there. We can take that down to the garden. There's always stuff to do in Vintage Story. Always something going on. I did harvest most of the berries down there, at least around the outside. These are all flowering, so these will just be for snacking, you know, if I need some extra, but they're mostly for decoration. So let's drop the compost off at the farm, and we'll check in with the chickens. You can see I did add a window just to make sure they get some daylight in there. They will despawn if they don't have daylight. It's important to keep them lit up. Here's some cheeping in there. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, so we got some chicks over here. They're going to grow up and eat food and turn into bigger chickens. And then we got a few in here. Are there any more babies running around? It's about time for mass slaughter, I think. Probably do that off camera. That's a lot of chopping. But I want to make sure Like, do we have a rooster? Does it tell you if they're pullets or... No, it just says chick. I guess we don't know until they grow up. Can sex a chick, but if I remember right, it's a little bit of a challenge. Okay, there you go. So the chicken sorter 3000 is working out great. Our giant pine trees here at the harbor are coming in. These things are enormous. Kind of just want to let them grow and see what happens. It's a little raft. And your sailboat. I still haven't made rat lines. I need to go out and do a big cattail harvest. Make some more rope. Clean up the garden a bit. It's getting a little weedy. How's our flax looking? It's about half grown. And it is the 2nd of October, so I'm hopeful that we'll get another flax harvest in off that high fertility soil. But I think that'll do it for this episode. Get our cellar made, and then there's just always a little miscellaneous stuff around to do. Pretty happy with that cellar setup. We're well set up for winter. We've got plenty of food. We've got a bunch of wine for fruit. So we're kind of just in a holding pattern. I do want to do some more exploring, possibly some more hunting. I'm really short on fat, which we don't get from chickens. We'll get plenty of meat from the chickens. But unfortunately, we don't get fat from the chickens. So I'm thinking probably just stick with chickens for now. And then I want to eventually make another homestead further south where it doesn't get quite as cold and snowy in the wintertime. And settle around a lot of animals so we can get some, pigs, sheep, that kind of stuff going. I haven't done a ton of animal husbandry. If you're wondering why I'm not gathering this up, I've got plenty of grass. I don't need any more grass. Got oodles of grass. So yeah, that's the plan maybe for next year. I need to do some more exploring before I decide where we're going to settle. Look over here. Oh, this rye is actually mature. Oh, I got stunted due to the heat. I got to be more careful when I'm planting stuff. I mean, we've got plenty, so it's not a big deal, but let's just go ahead and harvest this. And we'll let you grow. You're 7 out of 9. Let you go another cycle. Got a few more seeds there. Got some more grain. I don't think the chicks eat, do they? Just chickens. Oh my goodness. No, they do. They've been eating out of here. Okay. I don't really need to give them any more food until they're big enough to start laying eggs and breeding. So we'll keep an eye on the chickens. If I didn't end up with a rooster in there, I'll have to somehow get a rooster moved over. Speaking of rooster, I had a dead rooster down there, didn't I? All right, I'm going to go drop off this grain. And I'm going to go find my cleaver. And we're going to have a lot of chicken meat in our future. So that'll be it for this one, folks. Thanks as always for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Rye. Oh yeah, we're full up on rye, aren't we? Lots of rye. All right, well, we'll end where we began, down here in the cellar. Take care.